Come here. Holiday got dressed up for you.
Aww. Aww. Yeah, I just messed up my hair. What am
see.
Help me.
I'm like,
Kira, I thought it was you for a second, and that's why I went with it. And then I was like, oh, those kisses are so sensual in my mouth.
yes. Oh God.
You got her, Kennedy? Yeah. Perfect.
Holiday is like upset that Kennedy is playing with Princess right now because Holiday wants to play with Princess.
Perfect.
Come back here. Come here. Holiday, come here.
I think that's funny. I think we should just keep it. Like, if she walks over, that's, yeah.
Yeah, she's totally watching Princess. Stay here.
Oh, are we ready to roll?
Hi, baby.
Oh, okay. Let me just run it one more time and then I'll. Hi, I'm Gina and welcome to my show, Pets and Success. Today my guest is a TV host, entertainment. Huh? Yes, can you? Thank you, I forgot that. Gracias.
Did I give you anything last time?
Yeah, you did actually. That great,
remember.
that lipstick that you,
Yeah. Hey, hello. With my friend.
Hi, I'm Gina, and welcome to my show, Pets and Success. Today, my guest is a TV host, entertainment correspondent. Yeah, please. I want the full effect, guys.
The full effect?
If you're gonna be,
Because we're streaming, so I just want to make sure.
Hi. Stream, baby. Stream away.
you stay there. Holiday, come on, girl. What is up with you? I should have totally gotten your nails clipped today, and I didn't.
Oh, Princess needs her nails clipped.
Just like,
Oh, it's like when Uncle Rob comes over. Yes.
I imagined Rob for a second when she said that. What? Rob, like,
Our friend.
Isn't there, our friend, thank you. Our friend Rob Mack. Everything is so platonic with him. Like, I feel like, even, remember at,
oh,
you were like, what's going on? And I was like, yeah, isn't it just not there? Like, but it's just not there. I feel like if anyone.
Holiday.
no. I know exactly what you're talking about. I have a story for you, if anything.
Oh God, I can't wait to hear.
Come back here.
Should I let one side front, or should I just?
One side front. I really love that top.
Thank you. I thought it was like the perfect top for this, honestly. Because the mic pops out.
Oh, everything's perfect tacos. Perfect tacos?
Ugh, wish we had tacos right now. What time is it?
It's 3:30.
Okay, let's roll, because I know that person's coming at 4.
Oh, you have another person?
No, I don't. There's somebody coming at 4 for Jess, but, you know. Yeah,
Holiday, come here.
and I don't want to get
Holiday.
the dogs all riled up.
Hey, come here.
You don't want to what?
Rile up the dogs if he comes, you know?
Look into the camera, Gina, so I can take your photo.
All right, so we're ready?
There we go.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Gina, and welcome to my show, Pets and Success. Today, our guest is a TV host, entertainment correspondent, and producer, covering some of the biggest red carpets in Hollywood. I would love to introduce our guest, Kira Lynn, and her furry little friend.
All right.
Okay?
You ready?
Yep. If I
Is
mess
that
the
my
intro,
camera?
I'll just, yeah.
Okay.
If you want to hold the pets, think about how you want to intro the pets.
So what I'm gonna do is, this is just gonna, how I'm gonna start every show, like a little intro to the camera, and then I'm gonna use Princess for my actual intro for the show. Because I don't want Princess to be in the thing, and each animal would be different. So I figure out just a little thing, then go into that.
For the guest holding the pet,
Hey,
the
baby.
pet's always around. At least you're going to get one tight shot with them holding it, and then the pet will obviously go wandering around.
Right.
This is your one chance to get the pet.
So do you want me to?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you pick the way you want to have it for every time.
Got you. Yeah, that's perfect. Just, what's the shot look like?
Hi. Hi, baby.
Yeah, so then when they go to her shot, the host, the guest and the pet are together. Got you. Yeah, that works.
Versus wandering around.
Yeah. I agree.
Because she's going to take off.
Exactly. And that's fine. Let her take off, and she can run back and run in and run back.
Yeah.
And, you know, it doesn't have to, once she's, you know, we get it, that the dog's in it.
She's,
But, you know, it's okay. She comes running out, she comes running back in. That's.
yes. Nope, not right now. We got 8-10 minutes. You got to hold on.
What does she need? What does she need?
Internet, it's fine. Don't worry.
I'll get her the internet. Hold on. What does she need? A Wi-Fi password?
Hi, I'm Gina, and welcome to my
please.
show, Pets and Success. Oh, that would be so funny. I'm like, Hi, I'm Gina, and welcome to my show. Can you start rolling, Victoria? Just roll. Okay. Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Gina, and welcome to my show, Pets and Success.
Hi.
Oh, I was hoping. I was like,
Holiday.
Why don't you start with her nose?
Maybe
Yeah.
I should do that.
She'll totally kiss you. She's a little bit bigger than.
Wish I just could keep her on the side here. I'm like, Hi, I'm Gina, and welcome to my show, Pets and Success. Our guest today is not only a TV host, entertainment correspondent, and producer, but she's covered some of the biggest red carpets in all of Hollywood. I would love to introduce my guest, Kira Lynn, and her furry little friend.
Hi. Hello.
Oh, are we rolling? Oh, let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, for real.
Do it again with her.
In her, I think, is this in, Holiday kissed me too much. Okay.
She likes it if you put, yeah, like
You're
that.
gonna hold the pet, Wiggin' Wing?
I was thinking maybe, or,
Just in the intro.
I don't know if all the people are gonna let you hold pets in the beginning.
that's why, yeah, maybe I should just,
She's so cute.
Whatever, it's fine, whatever. I mean, you're not gonna be holding the monkey guy.
that's true. Okay.
Okay.
No. Good thing. Yeah, because those monkeys are crazy. Okay. Ready?
Thank you, Andy.
Hi, I'm Gina, and welcome to my show, Pets and Success. Our guest today is a TV host, entertainment correspondent, and producer. She's covered some of the biggest carpets in Hollywood. My guest, I would love to introduce Kira Lynn and her furry little friend.
Hi, Gina.
Hi.
Hi, this is Holiday.
Oh, so cute. Now, after Billie Holiday, the singer, or Holiday
No.
like, it's Christmas?
It's Christmas because when I brought her home, I figured initially her name was Chewbacca.
Oh,
Yes, I know. We were going to call her Chewie. And then I realized that she was actually a girl. And so it was right around Thanksgiving, and I was like, why not holiday? Because everybody loves a good holiday.
everyone's
Yes.
holidays. And I love that she's rocking the red and green bow tie.
Yes.
So tell me how you got her. Like, how did she come into your life?
Oh gosh, you know, it's funny because I had a cat not that long ago. Well, now, but I had to put her down. And after that, I was absolutely devastated that I was just kind of like, I'm not having any more pets. It's way too hard. And long story short, my dad had been sick and he was in the hospital. And my mom had been going to the hospital every day for weeks to check on him. And so one day, I was coming home from a carpet. It was relatively late. It was like 9 o'clock. I show up, I go to my dad's room, and my mom hands me this box. And it's like a cardboard box about this big, and the bottom of the flap was like open. So I'm thinking, what in the world is in this box? Like, did the nurses give her a present, or is it some fruit? And inside this box is this tiny, tiny puppy, literally this big. And I looked at my mom and I was like, no. And I'm going through my head thinking, it's 9 o'clock. Like, I can't drop this dog off of a shelter. Like, where? I guess the dog is coming home with me. And I was mad. I was not happy about it. Then I went to the store and had to buy the dog's dog food or the puppy. And next thing you know, 4 years later, here she is.
Was it that you'd open your heart again to another pet?
You know, it's I'm a single mom, and you know, it was just another mouth to feed. I mean, to be honest, it was just like something else that I have to take care of. You know, I can barely take care of myself. I managed to keep a small human alive, but you know, my track record with pets, I mean, after having to put my cat down, it was a little much for me.
So what was the moment that you decided to keep her?
I'm a sucker. It didn't take that long. Like, it didn't take long at all. Maybe like 2 hours, and I was like, oh my God, you are so cute. Like, seriously, like I remember taking her to the vet, and she was a pound and like 9 ounces. Yeah, and she was 3 months old. So there was a lady that was my dad was like in a rehabilitation center, sort of like a convalescent home, and there was a lady that was fostering Chihuahuas, and so I guess her neighbors dogs had chihuahuas, and they had already, from the previous litter, kept 2 chihuahuas. So they have 4 chihuahuas.
Oh, wow.
And then, you know.
Now, do you feel like it's true what they say about chihuahuas, that they're mean, aggressive? How do you feel when you hear that?
If you had told me, hey, Kira, do you want a chihuahua as a pet? I would have been like, no, absolutely not. And, you know, I'll give my mom credit because I didn't really think that she was a pet person. She picked Holiday, and she's chill, like relatively chill. She doesn't like some animals. She can usually tell, like unbalanced dogs.
No, she's doing great. You know, I don't think people realize how difficult it actually is for animals to be in a studio and have lights on them and not bark and not be distracted by everything.
She's not really barked at all.
She's comfortable. She's smelling. She's living in it.
She's like, I'm sure if I look, there's probably like chips on the floor that I can eat. Huh.
I'm sure there is. I've eaten some myself.
When you get hungry, you're just chucking it.
I do it all the time. 30-second rule.
No.
Now let's get into this. One of the things I love about you is not only are you beautiful, kind, charismatic, but you have one of the most...
Stop. Oh, wait, don't stop.
No, I'll keep going.
No.
But you have one of the most amazing jobs that people dream about, that actually come out here. You do entertainment reporting. You know, not just entertainment, but reporting in general, but here in Hollywood where people move to accomplish their dreams. Tell me, how did you get into that?
You know, before I became a television host, I worked in the fashion industry. And when I was at fashion school, I was on the side, like modeling, doing commercials, and that was really picking up while I was in college. But then I graduated, and I had like tons of thousands of dollars in, you know, expenses that I had to pay back. So I was like, I'm gonna be the good girl, and I'm gonna go take a career in, you know, what I went to college for. And I hated it. And it happened that I was on I know this sounds so random. I was on a game show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I am not. And I was there for like Pregnant Women's Week. I was pregnant with my daughter. And while I was there, people kept saying to me, you are hilarious. Oh my gosh, you should be on television. And I'm like, no, I'm just pregnant and I work in the fashion industry. You know, I would never think about doing anything in television because, you know, I'm concentrated in this. And then I happened to go on to another game show, and again, I was getting the same feedback, and I thought to myself, you know what? Why not? Why don't I not? So I started taking hosting classes. I was still working full time, and then fast forward like 2 years later, I got laid off. I got a severance package, and I said, to hell with it. Like, I've been training to do this for the last 2 years. It's like the universe is telling me, you know what, you really need to go for it. And thank goodness I did, because that was 4 years ago.
You know what I loved about that story that you told? I feel like there's a lot of key things. You know, I just hear when people talk about their journey to success, and one thing is maybe the job they went out for originally or thought they would love, they didn't love. And it turned out to be something else. And I feel like, you know, that's one thing, to accept something that you thought was gonna make you happy and let go of that illusion, you know? And then the second thing I thought was very interesting is that you also talked about is people were mentioning, oh, you'd be great at this. And I realized that, you know, we have people around who are giving us this information that maybe we don't see in ourselves, but it's true.
Well, don't get me wrong. Like, I remember going to that first, like, hosting boot camp, and I was expecting it to be easy. I really thought that I was gonna go in and everything was going to be so easy. And I remember, because it was a 2-day workshop, going in, and that first day, I wasn't grasping it, and thinking to myself, well, did I just waste $600 on this, you know, on this workshop? You know, maybe I was wrong. I remember clearly thinking that, and coming home, and the next day I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. The second day, I had so much more fun, and yeah, it was like a light bulb went off, you know. And it's a lot of to get to where I am. I won't say that it was like super simple or super easy, and it was a lot of hard work, and it's still a lot of hard work. But you know, I don't ever I don't ever look back. I'm still paying my student loans off. Yeah, exactly. On a degree that I don't even use anymore. But would I ever look back? No. Would I ever go back? Absolutely not. Like,
And how did you get into red carpet hosting?
oh my gosh.
I mean, there's an extreme amount of people that not only come to Hollywood for acting, but come here to do exactly what you're doing. You gotta share with us how that happened.
Well, it's called nepotism. It just so happened that, you know, when you think of television host, you think, you know, somebody who's in a studio looking at a teleprompter, reading off a teleprompter, and that's exactly what I thought I was going to be doing. And after putting my reel together during my, like, taking hosting classes, you know, everybody puts these reels together, and I had started working on a show called The New Music Buzz, and I'd gotten some ample, like some really meaty stuff that I could put into a new reel. So I cut that, and my sister happens to be a publicist, and I had no idea how her job and my job would align. She said, you know what, I have a friend who's a host. She's a really good friend of mine. Let me send your reel over to my friend, Victoria, and let's see, like, maybe she can give you some feedback. Well, Victoria was like, your sister's great. Like, I loved your sister's reel. I need people. I need people to come and work for me. And so I started off as the backup, like, correspondent. Like, when their main correspondent on red carpets couldn't show up or couldn't make it, or there was a conflict, I was the backup host. And since then, like, she started sending me on red carpets, and then it went into junkets, and now I've been producing for them for the last 2 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I mean, it was, my story isn't the norm, you know, for a lot of people, but it was just, you know, chance and luck.
Right. What's the biggest advice that you would give to people starting out, just from anything that you've learned or past experiences?
Oh gosh, best advice. As into, like, how to get into the industry, or?
I think just a younger version of yourself if you wanted to get back into the industry.
Make sure you set up proper boundaries before you go in. You know, make sure that you're gonna have to do free work. That's just the tail end of it. But give yourself like a cutoff date, like, I'm gonna do this for 6 months, or I'm gonna do this for a year. You know, just enough to build your reel, and then, you know, make sure that you are kind and grateful, and, you know, make sure when you come onto set, or the person that you're working, the people that you're working with, thank them for being there. You know, don't forget, you know.
No, I completely agree. I think that's something that people don't say enough. Like, that is such a
simple.
simple piece of advice, but so key, is just be kind.
Be kind, and obviously don't be disingenuous about it. Like, you know, some people aren't built that way.
Right.
I know you. We've known each other a long time. You and I run on the same frequency. We're both friendly. We're, you know.
Definitely. Let me ask you this. Maybe something about what people wouldn't know about red carpet hosting. So tell me what people think what it's like, the reality.
We talk about this all the time.
We do. But you explain it the best.
I do. Uh-oh. Holiday. She sees Princess.
Oh, we have friends here.
Yes, they want to click.
We got.
Oh, come on.
Drama. Girl drama.
Holiday has literally been chomping on the bit. She's been watching. She's been watching Princess sit over there, and she was like, "I want to go play. I want to go play."
It's a Chihuahua party.
I know.
Chihuahua party.
She's like, "Please let me smell your butt. I want to smell your butt."
We would do that, but it would just get weird.
Right, I know, it'd be odd. It's a lot of waiting. Red carpets, they make it seems so glamorous from the outside, but it's literally, you're on a carpet and you're literally waiting. Like, half the time, they usually last, a span of like 2 hours, like from the time that you have to check in to the time, you know, the people actually come. The stars literally come in within that last half hour of the red carpet, but they require all of us press to check in, like sometimes 2.5 hours in advance. Those Disney
What's the
carpets.
craziest thing that's happened to you on a carpet? I know some
Gosh,
crazy
the
stuff has
craziest
happened to you.
Oh God, can't think of anything like super crazy. Oh gosh, trying to think.
I put you on the spot there.
Well, because let me think. I had a very awkward situation. I can tell you about
Oh,
the most awkward, one
there
of
we
the
go.
most awkward situations.
And how you handled it, because I think that's important for people to know is, you know, we get put in situations, maybe even with celebrities, red carpets, and then how you handle it.
There was a particular, I can tell you my worst carpet experience.
Ooh, perfect.
And in comparison to my best like interview experience, it was one of the very first carpets that I was on. It was probably maybe like third or fourth carpet. It was like a Kevin Costner, Jennifer Garner movie.
Okay. Big names.
Big names.
Big names.
And where I was standing, there were a bunch of mommy bloggers that were huge fans of, I'm not going to say his name, but of this particular star who had a very, he wasn't a big film name, but in television, he had played a superhero, a very well-known superhero. And so these mommy bloggers were there, and I'd made friends with them, and they were like, you know, if you can get him to come over, we're such big fans of his. Oh my gosh! And you know, these women traveled from the Midwest to be there, and I was like, okay, yeah, I got you, girls. And it was a crazy carpet. It was in Westwood, so I know you understand. And we saw said actor, and I like yelled for him, hey, you know, can you come here, come over. Because I had told the mommy bloggers, hey, if I can get him, I will slide him over to you. He came over, came over, and was just the biggest a-hole.
No.
Yes, he was. I was like, why did you even bother to come over and acknowledge me if this is how you were going to be? So it was like, who do you play in the movie? A football player.
Wow.
How did you enjoy working with Kevin? It was great.
That's rough.
Yeah, and in my head I'm thinking, wow, you know, this is a real disappointment. And then I was like, okay, well, thank you so much for talking to me, and you know, let him go. And the mommy bloggers were like, you know, what happened? Like, and I just turned to them and said, I am so sorry, but he was the biggest a-hole to me right now. I'm sorry I don't even know what to tell you.
And I think something key you said there is, but it's still part of your job, super nice and polite, right?
Oh, absolutely.
24/7, you gotta be professional, even if they're not professional back to you.
Absolutely. I mean, because you just never know. I've had to interview said actor again, luckily, but you know, if somebody ever asks, when I get asked this question, who's the worst person that you've ever?
That's who comes to mind.
That's the number one person.
How, percentage-wise, what would you say of the celebrities being kind and maybe not so kind?
90%.
Oh, that's
90%
actually a
of
lot
them.
higher than I expected.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they don't come out and talk to you, period. But like the ones that do, Jennifer Garner is a class act. Every movie that I've ever been on a carpet with her, she makes it a point to talk to every single press person that's there. She understands they're here to see her, and even if it means like grouping people, you know what, like if I have to share grouping people, it means when I have to share or do an interview and there's like 4 of us at the time asking Jennifer a question, she will sit there and do like 2 to 3 questions for each pod and she will stay. The premiere may have already started. She will stay until she has spoken to every single person, and not everybody is that kind to the press. So she's a class act.
That's amazing that we keep circling around this word kind.
Yes.
It's no funny.
Absolutely.
Now, I have to bring it back to this. So, Holiday here.
Holiday just wants to play with Princess so bad.
I see the contact.
like-
Princess is chilling right
Yeah.
now. She doesn't care. She's like, well, I'm here. How much do you think your success plays into you having a pet?
I think having a pet, I would say it's part of, I think the reason why I'm successful in what I do is because of my nature. Because I'm professional, because I'm kind, I'm courteous, I'm compassionate towards other people, I have empathy. I think those are main reasons why, I honestly care about people. And how that relates to my pet is, I love her. Like, I love my dog. Like, I try to treat not only like my daughter and my pet, and I try to treat everybody with the same, outlook. And in that regard, I'm probably more of a parent, I'm more the disciplinarian. Like right now, what she's doing, she's like, I haven't seen another dog. Look at her. She's like, look at this. You are not. You know what? You are not being kind on camera, Holiday. This is your time to shine, and you're the one that's not behaving here.
Princess is just like, I'm just sweating. That's
Yeah.
cool. Well, thank you so much, Kira, for coming on the
Gina,
show today and just
thank
talking
you.
about your success, your journey, Holiday. Thank you again for coming on the show as well. And I'd just like to thank everyone for watching our show, Pets and Success. We'll be coming to you more with more interviews, and stay tuned here on Focus TV.
Yay! I am sweaty.
Oh my God, I'm so sweaty.
Get on.